Hi there! My name is Myrna Rae, and I'm here to play with you today in a demonstration called The Joy of Movement, utilizing the Dance Alive method, which has 4 parts to it, and we'll go through each part so you'll get a little idea. Some of these movements we would do for a very long period of time, but today we're only going to be a short time, and my daughter, Nichelle, and my good friend, Susan, and Eddie, who is Susan's husband, who is standing behind the camera. And I've only wanted to do this for about 20 years. So I'm finally here doing a video of the system of the joy of movement utilizing the Dance Alive method. And we'll start out by doing the first movement. And what we were going to do is we're going to first connect with our own body. And it helps to just kind of rock into your place through the soles of your feet, feeling the connection to the floor, moving in through the soles of your feet so you just get present in your own physical body. And take some nice deep breaths as you do this, inhaling and exhaling. So you can feel that energy coming in through the soles of your feet, in through your toes and your feet and all the bones in your feet. And taking some breaths to just kind of settle into this moment in time that we've all chosen to come together to do this. And I also wanted to add that I've been doing this for a very long time. I started about 30 years ago or more, and I'm 87 right now. And I always say the more candles on your birthday cake, the brighter your light shines. So my light is really shining because I have 87 candles on my cake. But I've been doing this for a long time. And it has been a tool. That's why I'm doing it, because I want others to be able to learn something that really is a helpful tool to get to be 87. So here we go again. Back into our feet, back into our ankles, into our calves, and just kind of moving the feet around so you can move that energy up through the feet, the ankles, the calves. And keep breathing, just allowing the breath to inhale fully and exhale completely as you move gently through your body, coming through the soles of your feet, up into your calves, and now into your knees. And really work the feet so that you can get that energy coming up through your feet, into your knees. Ooh, yes, and any sound that comes as you're inhaling and exhaling, freely allow that sound to come. Ooh. There's a big moan. We were late this morning because we got very lost. And so when I got here, I was quite disrupted. So I'm very happy to be doing this. It's very helpful to get you grounded again. So that's what we're starting off with, is the soft and easy flowing in through the feet, up through the knees, the calves, and up into the thighs. And you might want to move your energy with massaging the legs and the feet, and then coming into your hips, and back into the tailbone, and reaching back and feeling that tailbone is softening and gently beginning to move the energy up through the tail. Yeah, now using your hips and your feet to move that energy gently up from the tailbone, around through the hips. Feels so good when you begin to allow your body to guide you, because it will do what it needs to do. But I'm going to give you a little directions to move you softly and gently through the first system of movement. Soft and gently moving up through the soles of the feet. Finally, again, back up to the tailbone. Ooh. Yes, boy, we carry a lot of energy around in our hips from sitting as much as we do. Ooh, yes. And I said that before, there's no right or wrong way to do this. There is this system, and we're moving into the first part of the system, which is the soft and easy flowing. And I have done this for 5 hours. So there's a lot. We're going to just do this a short time, but I needed to take a little more time just to get settled into being here. Feel that soft and easy fluid flowing, and then let it move up into the rib cage and open all the spaces in between every rib. You might assist yourself in opening the ribs. Ooh. Gently and softly opening, and then going into any shape or form that your body wants to take. This is where I was saying there's no right or wrong way to do it. You can stand, you can get down on the floor. Yes, you're doing great. You're listening to your body, because it's telling you what wants to wake up and what wants to move. I'm just giving you a little direction, but your body is going to do it the way it wants to do it. All right, so we've been working from the tail of the spine, now moving in through the hips, continuing to feel your feet and your ankles, and continuing to moving that energy up through. The rib cage. And now moving into your shoulders, opening the shoulders, and you can use your elbows. Elbows are a helpful way to open your shoulders. Feeling the elbows now flowing and moving out into the fingertips. Ooh. And continuing to feel your connection to the floor, and where we've moved the energy up, continuing through our bodies. We don't want to miss any part of the sensation moving through you. Using the elbows to open the shoulders. Whew. Any sounds, remember they're okay. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Keep going with your shoulders and your elbows, feeling the connection of how it moved up through the soles of your feet, through the lower part of your body, to the spine, and now we finally got to the shoulders. How good it is your body says, thank you. I'm so happy you're finally recognizing I'm here. Now as you open the shoulders with your elbows out into your fingers, your wrists. Now gently just letting your head move on top of your body. Remembering there's no right or wrong way to do this. This is what your body wants. You're listening to your body do these movements. Ooh. Oh. This is the soft, easy flow. And as I said, I've done this for 5 hours with people. So it's going to be a very short period. But this is where the whole system came from, was the fluids. Because our bodies are made up of fluid system, the water. Now you're just letting your head follow where it wants to go from your shoulder, gently following around. And now just allowing one movement to flow into the next, from the top of your head to your tail, to the connection to the floor, and gently allowing one movement to move into the next, gently and softly, waking it up to the soft fluid moving through you. One movement into the next. Allow one movement to flow into the next, softly and gently. All right. So we're continuing to follow the fluids in the body, allowing one movement to move into the next, letting it flow in through the soles of our feet, up through our feet and legs, up into our hips, our shoulders, our rib cage, and feeling that soft, subtle movement, one moving into the next, allowing your body to just flow into the movement of what it wants for itself. If there's one place that feels particularly tight, just spend a little time in that place and keep allowing yourself to move through it softly into one movement and let it flow into the next. Just allowing that soft, fluid system to move through you wherever it takes you. This is your body, your system of energy dancing you alive. Going back to the tail a little bit of the spine so we can get reconnected. And now there's a place where you can go down on the floor and get connected to the floor and just let your hips gently flow a little bit, but putting your focus on your hips and the tail of your spine and using the flow to assist you to move through. Sounds are welcome as you just find the place that really feels good when you move through it. Using the floor to kind of assist you to move up and down the spine. And you can take any shape or form. You don't have to stay in that shape. You can move into another shape that feels even easier to move that energy through your body, softly and gently. allowing one movement to move into the next. Now, as I said earlier, we could do this for a very long time, but there's a couple of others, or actually 3 other movements that we're going to move into. So, moving now out of the fluids, we're going to move into the reach out. So finding a place, if you're still on the floor, you can reach your leg out and stretch and expand and open all your toes. Finding any shape or form, because this is not about how you look, it's how you feel. And you're listening to what your body wants and needs, because it takes you there. Like you said the other day, Susan, body just kind of knows what it wants and needs. So what we're doing now is we're reaching out and expanding. We went from the fluid system into the expansion. That's it. Good, Michelle. That's a beautiful reach and stretch and expand. The farthest point you can get to. And you can go from the reaching into the fluid and going back into another shape or form that feels really good to assist you. And letting go, expanding, reach. Yes, good Susan, good reach. Woo-hoo. Oh, yes. Expanding and reaching. Ooh. Finding a place that needs a little more expansion and reaching, and allowing yourself to freely expand, stretch. Stay with it till it opens, and then just allow yourself to gently flow into the next position. We're going from the fluids to the reaching out, expanding. And there are times in our lives when we just need to flow, and there are times when we need to reach out and extend ourselves, sometimes more than we want, just expanding through any place that you've reached in a shape or form that's assisting you, because your body is the leader of the band here. Remembering those sounds to allow yourself to kind of just free from any shape or form. That's it. We're not sitting in one pose. We're just allowing the body to flow and to reach and to expand. And listen to our own internal rhythm as our director. Remembering to open the spine as you're finding the places to stretch and expand. Now out of the reach and the expand and the fluids, we're going to push into the floor. Really press in there. Press, push, push, push. And reach and flow. So you're putting all 3 of those movements together. But right now we're concentrating on the pressure. And you can use a wall. A wall is a helpful tool to use for pressure. or the floor. The floor is a little easier here, but sometimes you have a wall available to you, so you can use that. But pushing and pulling. And if you have a partner, you can pull with your partner. Good. Oh, yes. Pull. And then push. Push. That's it. We can do it all three together. Perfect. Yes. Oh, yes. Pressure. Yeah. Now bring it into the floor. Give it the pressure. Really is helpful. That push and pull. This is the strengthening, powering up, strengthening. Oh, we went from the fluids to the reach out, and now we're into the pressuring, pushing, pulling. Finding new places. Remembering your body is the director. It's taking you. Yes. Yes. Good, Susan. Yes. Get that push. Pull. Going. Strengthening. Let that body just feel the strength. Yes. 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 Or no. 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 No is a good sentence. No. I read an article, Jane Fonda said, no is a full sentence. So when you say no, you mean no. Send it to the floor. Push it. And then if you got a person, you want to say no.
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 No! Okay, we've changed our shape from the floor, and now you're two working together with the push and the pull and the stretching. This is the powering up. Yes. No. Okay.
All right.
And now let's just shake that all out. And we're going to move into the wild, the chaotic, the fun begins. So just going through all those systems that we've done together, working in through the feet, and you don't want to miss any part in your body, that you're going to shake it loose and let it go poof. The poof is very important. Let it go. Shake it loose. And this is where sounds really are helpful. It's just to have fun with this, because this is really nice to be able to just let it all go. Yes. Woo. Woo. Find all the parts in your body, the feet, the toes, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, around the mouth. Soften around the mouth, let all that go. Soften around the backs of your eyes and really just feel that pressure of all the day and all the stuff. Getting lost, getting present. Here we are. Remembering you can just let it all go. It doesn't matter how you look. Let those jaws release. Bounce and shake and bounce and shake.
Got it there.
Yeah, the shoulders. That's it. Get those body just cleared out of any stuff you don't want anymore. Shake it out. feeling of what it means to shake it out. Ah, that'll warm you up too. Bounce and shake, that will too. Yeah, it's funny. Check it out. Let it go.
Get it out.
Keep it.
Go on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I got it.
No. No. No.
Yes,
Sit
yes,
down.
yes, yes, yes,
No. Yes. And take a moment to rock into your place again. So we've gone through the soft and flowing, the reaching out and expanding, the pushing and the pulling, and the shaking it all out and letting it go poof. And here we are present right now. So take a minute to feel how your body feels after doing these three forms. Feel the aliveness, the tingling sensations, and the laughter and the fun. And just imagine doing any one of those activities for a period of time where you can really get into it. But today I just wanted to share each one of these movements that helps me in my life. Sometimes I need to push and pull and say yes, and sometimes I just need to flow with it, and sometimes I need to reach out and expand into something new. This is the system of the joy of movement utilizing the Dance Alive method. And gratitude for being here in this moment. Breathing in the vitality coming from deep within as you have allowed the life force to breathe you alive. Yes. So have a little taste of what all the movements you experienced you'll be able to take out into the world and use as tools when you need to say yes and when you need to say no, when you need to flow and when you need to power up and when you need to reach out. That's your part of your dance alive. In gratitude, we thank this moment of coming together. And I just wanted to close by something I learned in doing some really powerful work aside from just doing the movement work. Is that this therapist I was working with, he said, sit on the other side of the room and give me all your sad story, which I did. And then he said, remember, it takes 5 glad for every sad. So the shaking it loose helps you get to that place where you're able to really experience the glads in your life and the sadness in your life and move through it, because it's just a part of your dance in life. So it takes 5 glad for every sad. And we'll add gratitude to this moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ah, we did it.
Yeah, I feel good. Feel good.
Yeah.
Did. Yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Thank you. I brought along these little shoes that my mother somehow captured and kept for me. And this little girl loved to dance, as you can see. These shoes, I don't have any idea how old I was at this time, but you can see the taps on the soles. And this was just a little Oxford shoe, but this little kid wore those shoes out, running around tapping everywhere. And so I brought them to share today to see how my dance began, and it was pretty early. And when I got into a little older, I started taking lessons in dance and ballet and tap, and I liked it, but wasn't until I found and discovered the movement and the Dance Alive system that really captured me and helped me move through my dance in life. And so I just wanted to share my little tap shoe to show you how long I've been dancing. It was fun to dance with Susan and my daughter Nichelle, and thank you, Eddie, for doing this.